From the sun and sand of the Torres Strait to the red dirt of Outback NT, meet Docker River's only cop. Sergeant Richard Mazza is the only police officer in the Northern Territory and Western Australia's patch covering hundreds of square kilometres. Living in Kaltukatjara, Docker River, an Aboriginal community at the base of the Petermann Ranges, he is a Comet man from Mare Island in the Torres Strait. Isolated by the outback terrain, the community is a 2-hour drive down a dirt road to the next town. Born in Innisfail in far north Queensland, Sergeant Mazza lived on Mare Island until he was 5. He said his Indigenous background helped him identify shared values and build a rapport. Title: Plan to revive sunflower industry with biofuel in Queensland town. The sunflower industry in Emerald, Queensland, took a hit due to a deadly plant disease outbreak and low demand. But a new proposal by Energreen Nutrition can bring the sunflower industry back to life through a vegetable oil biofuel program. The oilseed crushing plant will produce oil specifically for consumption and biofuel production from sunflower seeds, cottonseed, and safflower. The remaining materials will be used as animal feed. Growers can enter contracts with the crushing plant to guarantee a fair price, providing assurances to farmers. The initiative will help to revive Emerald as Australia's sunflower capital. Title: Majority of wild dogs in Australia are dingoes, new DNA tests reveal. New research has found that most wild dogs in Australia are dingoes, rather than the hybrid species previously believed. Conservation geneticist Kylie Cairns led the study, which analysed the genetic breakdown of 400 dingoes across the country using a new DNA testing method. The study found that up to 88% of samples from Victoria, where dingoes are only protected in national parks, were pure dingoes. Dingoes are a culturally significant animal to many Indigenous Australians. While estimated to cause around $89 million each year in lost agricultural production, advocates say they play an important ecological role in the bush. Flu warning for Western Australia as cases surge by 74% in 1 week. The Western Australia government has issued a warning to the public after the state recorded a 74% increase in flu cases in the past week. Health officials reveal 1,346 new reports of influenza cases in the state, higher than the usual rate for this time of the year, with children highly represented in the figures. Health Minister Amber Jade Sanderson urges the public, especially the most vulnerable in the community, to take steps to protect themselves from the flu, including getting vaccinated and maintaining healthy hygiene habits. The state's free flu vaccination program wraps up at the end of June. Title: Fatal crash in Molong treated as domestic-related incident by police as community mourns. A fatal two-vehicle crash in Molong, New South Wales, has left the community reeling. A 36-year-old mother of 3 was killed, and a man is in a critical condition. The police are investigating the crash as a domestic-related incident. The 2 drivers were known to each other, and the crash occurred on Friday on Speedy Street. The community has been left in shock, with Cabonne Council Mayor Kevin Beattie saying that the family was well known and involved in the town. The children of the woman who died will need much support in the aftermath of the tragedy. 3 teenagers charged after man found dead in Sydney home. 3 teenagers have been charged over the death of a 32-year-old man in Sydney's west. Police were called to a home in Tregear and found the man unresponsive in a bedroom with injuries, which he could not be revived from. The trio, including an 18-year-old and 19-year-old man, and a 16-year-old girl, were arrested and taken into custody. The 3 teenagers were charged with various offences, with the younger man charged with murder, and the others charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm (DV). Investigations are ongoing, and a post-mortem examination will be conducted. South Australian budget to deliver funding to tackle police shortage. The South Australian budget for this week will allocate $81 million to help alleviate staff shortages in the police force. The funds will go to hiring more sworn police security officers and to expand recruitment efforts. This move aims to relieve pressure on police officers by allowing the PSOs to perform some roles previously done by police officers. The additional funding of $12.2 million is intended for recruitment and training in the police force to deliver more than 900 new police cadets by 2026. The move has been welcomed by the Police Association of South Australia and police officers. Wests Tigers stalwart set to leave NRL club after rejecting new contract offer. Luke Brooks, the halfback for Wests Tigers, has declined a contract extension from the Tigers, signalling the end of his 11-year career with the club. Although the Tigers made an offer they believe to be of fair market value, Brooks refused to sign a new deal. Brooks's decision to reject the offer could work to the Tigers' benefit as they have been trying to free up their salary cap. If Brooks changes his mind, the Tigers are willing to come back to the negotiating table. Brooks, who has been with the Tigers since 2013, has yet to play in the finals but was named Halfback of the Year at the 2018 Dally M Awards. Taipei sends up fighters as Chinese warplanes cross Taiwan Strait's median line. Taiwan's Air Force scrambled into action on Sunday after detecting 10 Chinese warplanes crossing the sensitive median line of the Taiwan Strait. The island's defense ministry also reported 4 Chinese warships carrying out combat patrols. This is the second time in less than a week that Taiwan has reported renewed Chinese military activity. China views democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory and has regularly flown its air force near the island, though not into Taiwan's territorial airspace. Taiwan sent up its own fighters and deployed ships and land-based missile systems to keep watch. Man fatally shot in Sydney's west, prompting New South Wales police investigation. A shooting incident has claimed the life of a man believed to be in his 40s on Factory Street in Granville, prompting the New South Wales police to launch an investigation. The man was found with gunshot wounds and was treated on the scene but could not be revived. The police have established a crime scene and have started investigating the circumstances surrounding the fatal shooting. Witnesses reported hearing gunshots and seeing a heavy police presence in the area. The police are urging anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. Australia's bowlers rip through India to secure World Test Championship victory. Australia has won its maiden World Test Championship title after beating India by 209 runs in the final at the Oval. Scott Boland was the hero for Australia, landing 2 killer blows in 1 over to finish with 3-46 in the 4th innings. Mitchell Starc 2-77 also claimed the scalps of Ajinkya Rahane and Tailender Umesh Yadav caught behind, silencing his critics ahead of the Ashes. Nathan Leon 4-41 then removed Shardul Thakur and KS Bharat, before having Mohammad Siraj caught reverse sweeping to seal the victory. The win makes Australia the first team to have won world titles in all 3 formats of the game. WA police constable dies after being run over while on duty. The Western Australia Police Force is mourning the loss of Constable Anthony Woods, who died on Sunday after being run over while trying to make an arrest in Perth. The 28-year-old officer had stopped a vehicle with alleged stolen number plates along with his colleagues. The vehicle stopped in Ascot Place, and as officers tried to detain the 3 occupants, Constable Woods was run over, dragged, and pinned underneath the car. The WA Police Commissioner praised the efforts of the officer's partner and other police officers in securing the suspects and retrieving the car, while CPR was performed on Constable Woods before he was taken to the hospital. A man has been charged with several offences over the incident. Richmond Tigers AFL player Marlion Pickett arrested for alleged burglary. Richmond Tigers player Marlion Pickett has been arrested by WA police over his alleged involvement in a series of commercial burglaries. The 31-year-old has been charged with 12 offences, including 4 counts of aggravated burglary, 3 counts of stealing, and 3 counts of criminal damage. He is also facing 1 count of attempted stealing and 1 count of receiving. The alleged offences occurred in December 2022 and January 2023. Pickett has been remanded in custody and is due to appear in court on Monday for a bail hearing. Richmond Football Club has issued a statement of support for the player. Title: Sudan's capital faces heavy clashes as 24-hour ceasefire ends. Sudan's capital, Khartoum, was hit by heavy clashes and artillery fire after a brief lull. According to eyewitnesses, the fighting between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) was some of the heaviest for weeks. Ground battles were reported in densely populated neighborhoods, leaving residents in fear. The conflict has displaced over 1.9 million people, leading to a humanitarian crisis that could spread across the volatile region. Residents and activists have reported further deterioration in recent days in El Geneina, near the border with Chad, and new waves of attacks by Arab nomadic tribes with ties to the RSF.